Welcome back. Part 2, Chapter 9. We are continuing our party. So let's continue. We had Chapter 9, Part 1, and now this is Chapter 9, Part 2. Again, we are reading from the book Thought Vibration by William Walker Atkinson. Chapter 9 is called Asserting the Life Force. And he did not hold back the punches. He was saying, many of us have gone through our whole lives as if we're dead. No ambition, no energy, no vitality, no interest, no life. And he's telling us that we have to assert our life force. We have to manifest through every thought, act, and deed. And when we do that, we start to feel this exhilaration, burning desire, as Napoleon Hill would call it, and start to turn up that vitality and energy. He said, put a little life into your work, into your pleasures, into yourself. Stop doing things in a half-hearted way and begin to take an interest in what you are doing. Do you think you're doing things in a half-hearted way? Do you feel like you have more to give? I think the answer is always yes. We can always do better. We don't have to be sick to get better. Nothing has to go wrong to get better. We don't have to be failing to get better. We can just get better. Put a little life into your work, into your pleasures, into yourself. Don't do things half-heartedly. Take an interest in what you're doing. Take an interest in what you're doing, saying, and thinking. It is astonishing how much interest we may find in the ordinary things of life if we will only wake up. That's the truth. And that's why, when a lot of people say practice gratitude, be silly with it. Like, I am so grateful for my socks. I am so grateful for my toilet paper. I'm so grateful for just the little things, the tissue box that makes me feel like I'm in a hotel room or whatever. Like, be so grateful, have fun with it. We're far too serious because we think being serious is being responsible, being an adult. We all need to laugh a little bit more, take things more lightly. Life is heavy. We don't need to add to it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to deny what's happening. Let's look at it in the face, but be lighthearted about it. Try to, as we talked about in the previous reading, just get one level higher. How can we lighten this up? And we have gotten so pinned down by our fear, by our trauma, by the negative things that we think it's like blasphemous to be lighthearted in times of tragedy. But that is how you get through it. So don't sit around and crown with authority our depression or our pain. No. Yes, acknowledge it, but that is not a place to dwell. Let yourself cry, let yourself process. But where are you going next? What are we learning out of this? And again, it's different for everybody. But let's never leave an uncomfortable emotion unchallenged or unprocessed or unacknowledged. That's how, they say shame grows. That's how disease grows. That's how bacteria grows in the dark crevices where there's no light, no air. That's exactly like negative emotions. Depression breeds and grows in darkness. And so it's in those times that we need the light more than ever. We need that levity more than ever. All right. So it says there are interesting things all around us, interesting events occurring every moment, but we will not be aware of them unless we assert our life force and begin to actually live instead of merely existing. Are you existing or are you truly living? Do you feel alive or do you feel like you're slowly, like your soul is dying? Do you feel like you're on fire for life or do you feel cold and bitter? Are you drifting, not knowing where life is going to take you, not really looking forward to anything? Or are you leading your life? Are you going in a direction confidently? Again, it's not saying it's going to be a smooth road, but are you headed somewhere, waking up every morning, trying again, feeling good about what you're doing, or just drifting? No man or woman ever amounted to anything unless he or she put life into the tasks of everyday life, the acts, the thoughts. What the world needs is live men and women. Isn't there another quote that says, what the world needs is more people with their soul on fire or something? This book was written in 1906, over 100 years ago. So he says, now more than ever, what the world needs is men and women who feel alive. Just look into the eyes of the people whom you meet. You see how few of them are really alive. When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you like what you see? Do you like the reflection you see? Do you feel alive? Think about your family. Think about your friends, your coworkers, your partner, the people you surround yourself with. Are they alive? Are they just getting by? Are they just surviving? So just look into the eyes of the people whom you meet. You see how few of them are really alive. The most of them lack that expression of conscious life, which distinguishes the man who lives from the one who simply exists. Wow. I want you to acquire this sense of conscious life so that you may manifest it in your life and show what mental science has done for you. I want you to get to work today and begin to make yourself over according to the latest pattern. You can do this if you will only take the proper interest in the task. Affirmation and exercise. He calls this, I am alive. Fix in your mind the thought that the I within you is very much alive and that you are manifesting life fully, mentally, and physically. And keep this thought there, aiding yourself with constant repetitions of the watchword. Don't let the thought escape you, I am alive. Don't let this thought escape you, but keep pushing it back into the mind. Keep it before the mental vision as much as possible. Repeat the watchword when you awaken in the morning, say it when you retire at night, and say it at meal times, and whenever else you can whenever else you can during the day, at least once an hour. Form the mental picture of yourself as filled with life and energy. Live up to it as far as possible. When you start in to perform a task, say, I am alive, and mix up as much life as possible in the task. Like shake out your body, do some jumping jacks, get your body going, force it, right? It's like the whole fake it till you make it truly. It's like we can make change from, the top down or the bottom up. If you're stuck, start shaking it out, taking action, doing jumping jacks, whatever you got to do. I am alive, and repeat these words. So say at least once an hour. Form the mental picture of yourself filled with life energy. Live up to it as far as possible. When you start to do a task, say, I am alive, and try to get as much energy going in you as possible. If you find yourself feeling depressed, say, I am alive, and then take a few deep breaths. And with each inhalation, let the mind hold the thought that you are breathing in strength and life. And as you exhale, hold the thought that you are breathing out all the old, dead, negative conditions and are glad to get rid of them. Then finish up with an earnest, vigorous affirmation, I am alive, and mean it when you say it too. And let your thoughts take form in action. Let your thoughts take form in action. Take the action. It's both. We must take action. The time of data collection is over. We don't need any more information. Continue to study, but if you're not taking action, we're just consuming, and we're not producing anything. And that is, we're breaking the law. Think about if you just ate, and you never released or, went to the restroom. That's going to be a problem. So if we're just consuming, and we're never producing anything from what we consume, if we're never taking any action on all the things we're learning, that creates such a toxic energy within us. And that's where most people are at. I was stuck there because I fell for that whole, trust me, I didn't fall for it for long. About, just don't do so much, just relax. No, says the person who's doing nothing. Sorry, not sorry. There's always a balance, and don't let anybody tell you what yours is, but it's both. We must think and we must act. We must be and we must do. It's the opposite side of the same coin. You cannot do one without the other. You just can't. It doesn't work. All right, so say I'm alive and mean it. Let your thoughts take form in action. Don't rest content with merely saying that you are alive, but prove it with your acts. Take an interest in doing things and don't go around mooning or daydreaming. Get down to business and live. Don't go around just daydreaming. Get to business. Take action. Live. Make a decision. Do one thing, and it doesn't have to be something big. It's not all or nothing. A lot of times, especially if you were conditioned or surrounded by people that put a lot of pressure on you, or all or nothing, or always performative, and unless you're doing something and producing something, you're not of value or worth. Sometimes the pendulum can swing the opposite way and you don't do anything. And I'm going to do a video actually. So that is the end of chapter 9, by the way. So that we completed chapter 9. Part 2. So there's 2 parts. Chapter 9, if you missed any of the previous readings, they are all on the playlists on the YouTube under Thought Vibration, William Walker Atkinson. But I'm going to do a video on this topic of, divine timing and procrastination, because this is something I struggled with for a long time. Let me see. Where did I keep that? Did I close that tab? You know what? This is the time of day where my contacts start to get all foggy. Where in the heezy? Is it on my other? Oh, is it on here? I think it might be on here. Just calm down, everybody. Let's just calm down. No, it's not there. We're going to find it right now. Here we go. Everything always pops up like toast, baby. So really, divine timing versus emotional procrastination and how to tell the difference. So if you find yourself saying, it'll happen when it's meant to, but deep down, you're avoiding taking action or you're afraid, that is when you have to discern for yourself, is this divine timing or am I procrastinating? So here's an example. Divine timing, the belief that there's a larger order or rhythm of life and certain opportunities or events unfold when you're ready for them. Emotional procrastination, avoidance disguised as spirituality or alignment. It feels heavy, stagnant, and full of excuses. You keep learning, talking, planning, but rarely act. Divine timing can be healthy waiting. Procrastinating is fear-based delay. So how do we discern, to take the next steps between procrastination and just waiting for alignment? Just check your nervous system. Am I feeling calm, neutral, or anxious and avoidant? Can I take action despite my fear? Define what readiness means. Write out the conditions that would make you feel ready. Are you actually meeting them, or are you just stalling? Taking micro actions. If you're unsure, take a small step toward the goal. If it feels aligned, energy flows. If not, you'll get closer feedback. You'll get clearer feedback. And just audit your language. Are you saying someday? Remember, someday ain't a day of the week. Someday and when I feel ready a lot. Are you saying stuff like that? When the timing's right, when I feel ready. Someday. Ask yourself, when is the someday? When will I feel ready? When will I know? Because maybe you do have to wait. Maybe you don't know yet. But when will you know? Like, check in with yourself. When will it feel right? So divine timing is not passive. It's that co-creative process, the trusting. The universe meets you halfway, but only once you start walking. That kind of plays into what we just ended on. What do they say? Pray and move your feet. It's both. Yeah. Anyways, that is part 2 of chapter 9, my friends. William Walker Atkinson's book, Thought Vibration. All of the other videos, this and many books, are on the playlists on YouTube. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you all for your love and support. Maybe I'll do a little bit of Course in Miracles next. I think we're on lesson 23. we'll see how I feel. Let me pop that book open. All right, I'll see you.